All right, all right, all right. Let's see. Give me one sec. Gonna get the cam. One, two, one, two. Okay, let's get the motive mix mic on there. There we go. Now I think we're sounding good. Let's double check everything. Doom, 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 doom. All right, I think we are all good. How we feeling, everybody? Welcome in. What a night! What a night! What a night! What a night! Yeah, the motive mic has a little a button on it that I press that mutes it. But oh baby, oh baby, is it bad? What's up, everybody? I know I've been a little MIA this week, and I wasn't feeling too good. Wasn't feeling too good. I don't know if you guys remember on the stream, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, I started getting a headache on stream. Man, I had a headache until last night. So I had a headache for like a day and a half. I don't know exactly what was going on, but we're back. But we're back, and I think we're feeling all good. I think we're better. Maybe my mind knew what was coming in this market. Just joking. But look, I mean, the market's doing what it's doing. Obviously talked about this a little bit this morning, talked about what was happening in the market, talked about obviously the fact that things are looking a little uncertain, they're looking a little rough, and you guys know the drill, right? When things start to get a little crazy, old T is going to be there for you. I'll be here no matter what. Good times, bad times, ugly times. Not trying to rant or anything quite yet in the stream, but I see so many YouTubers who are gone right now. Like everybody was saying, once we cleared 100K, like we'll never go back under 100K. And now that it is there, there's no videos or anything. I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. Come on back now, player. Come on back. We got to own it. We got to own it. And yeah, I'm probably going to talk for at least 20, 30 minutes. And then we'll kind of just go from there. Down to hang out. My wife is actually with her parents right now. I was working on a software for the company, so I wasn't able to go. But now she's probably going to be there another 2 hours or so. So I was like, you know what? What better to do than to come hang out with the crew? I know there's a lot of panic in the market right now. A lot of uncertainty, a lot of worry, a lot of people genuinely concerned. Shoot, I'm down 20, 30%, something like that, And so I'm not concerned. I'm not particularly worried, but I definitely feel it. I'm definitely like, damn, that sucks. But what can you do? It's all a part of the game. It's the game we play. And we're in this HMZ. I've told you all for a very, very long time, these HMZs will whip your ass up and down the room. I'm talking old school, you stole money out your mom's purse whippings, just whooping on you. Granny getting kicked straight down the stairs type stuff, right? And so that's where we're at. These HMZs will be, they'll be ugly for a while. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. Looking at this market right now, H-bar getting whooped on. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. So we're going to go over all of it tonight. I know this is going to be a little bit more of an unprofessional stream. Not so much of like, sometimes I have these streams where, we'll coordinate everything. I have an exact plan. Quite frankly, guys, I stopped working on my software. I was working on it for about 7 or 8 hours today. And I was like, you know what? I want to jump on stream. So I have nothing planned, honestly. But I know you guys like that sometimes whenever we just jump on stream and, and chit chat and all that good stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Smash that like button on your way in. I hope you guys are doing good. And yeah, let's see what's going on. Happy to see you all. Vegeta, what's going on? Benevolent Kings, Fed, not saying that on YouTube. They'll demonetize you. Benito, Bossry, everyone, welcome in. Justin Shaw, how's it going? WDK, how's it going, everybody? Welcome in. All right, baby, let's get into it. What is going on? Oh, baby. The market is down today. Let me give you a quick recap while the market's down. Let me get this leg on up here. Damn it. So, why is the market down today? Market's down today because there's uncertainty that Trump is going to keep causing trade wars, right? There's obviously news that there's a 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada, and then a 10% tariff on China. As a result of that, a lot of people are starting to wonder what impacts on the economy this is going to have. Is this going to cause inflation to go up as a result of prices increasing due to these tariffs? And if inflation does go up, is that going to slow down quantitative easing? Are they going to have to start tightening even more? Are they going to have to start raising interest rates? Will they still plan on cutting interest rates, right? A lot of uncertainty right now. Now, in addition to this, I am under the belief that what we're seeing in the crypto market right now is being amplified by manipulation. You guys know I'm going to come on here. I'm going to rant for about 10 minutes at some point about how it's all manipulated. Because I do believe it's manipulated. I've been saying this since December 20th, that we were in what's called a high manipulation zone, an HMZ. I told you while we're in this range between $102,000 to $90,000 that we're going to see things just like this. We're going to see huge dumps and huge pumps. We're going to see people liquidated on both sides. And well, I mean, what do you know? You know, like, again, I'm not trying to be the whole I told you so guy, but it's one of those things where I've been saying this. I've been screaming it. I have so many videos saying warning, 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 HMZ, HMZ, HMZ. And I'm saying it for a reason, guys. I've seen this so many times. Like throughout this market, you know, the markets I've been in, I've been through 3 bear markets and 2 bull markets. Or reverse, 2 full bear markets and 3 bull markets. Yeah, this is my 3rd bull market, right? And you just see this. It happens. It happens all the time. You enter into these sideways periods and the bullish news is amplified and the bearish news is amplified and people just get liquidated. It's just what happens. Right now, the lizard people are feeding. They're consuming. I don't know if you guys ever watched, about to get real dorky on you here. I don't know if you guys ever watched Twilight. My wife made me watch it, by the way. Definitely not a Twilight guy. But I don't know if you guys ever watched Twilight, but there was this one portion of Twilight where, they were trying to build like an army of vampires. And so what they did is they went out and they started just like finding as many normal people as they could. And they started like turning them into vampires to kind of like, you know, just take everything from them, right? They were just going and just like, I can't say it without sounding weird, right? They were just like, I can't say that. That sounds too weird. But they were taking all their blood, right? And that's how the lizards are treating us right now, right? The lizard people are absolutely just sucking you dry. There you go. I'm just gonna put it out there. Just sucking you dry. That's all they're doing. They're taking everything from you that they possibly can. The liquidations are on both sides. There's uncertainty. There's emotions. And guys, when there's emotions, whenever this market gets emotional, it's the easiest time to manipulate it. It's so easy. I mean, you gotta think about it, right? Like, imagine trying to manipulate. Say you're a toxic dude, right? You're a toxic guy or you're a toxic girl. Let's not be, you know, prejudiced. That's not the word, but and you're trying to manipulate someone. You're trying to manipulate your partner. But your partner is very clear-minded. Your partner don't care, right? Your partner is not going to fall into your traps. They're just going to sit there and be like, "Listen, I know you're upset or I know you're greedy or I know what it is, but at the end of the day, I know how I am. I know the truth about this situation. I'm not falling into these emotions. I'm not getting too mad at you. I'm not getting too upset. I'm not getting too sad. I'm just going to chill." Can you manipulate them? No, absolutely not. But whenever you have someone who's mad and then sad and then mad and then sad and their emotions are all over the place and they're on a roller coaster, of course you can manipulate them because they're emotional, they're volatile, they're fragile. And the market's fragile right now. And in a period where the market's fragile, guys, that's when you're going to see the biggest moments like this. You're going to see one little piece of news get amplified to get much worse because it can. Because everyone's going to scream that the bull market is over because we're still in the same place that we were 3 weeks ago. And then the market's going to pump. We're going to go back to 105K and all the moron moon boys are going to start screaming that the bull market's back and that we're going to 250K and blah, 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 blah. They're going to get liquidated and the cycle repeats over and over again. And so it's just what happens. It's just what happens. I see this over and over. I've seen this so many times. It's comical to some degree. Like, it doesn't surprise me. It annoys me when I start to see the signs. It kind of gets under my skin because I'm like, damn, bro, like I'm about to lose so much. Not lose, right? But my bag's about to drop so much because these people are getting greedy. It's irritating. You know what I mean? And, you know, I made a video not too long ago. When was that? Let me see if I can pull that up. I made a video not too long ago. I think it was literally like 6 days ago. I want y'all to go watch it at some point. I was talking about this. Like, watch. Hold on. Look, I ain't no cap in my rat player. Look, massive warning for all crypto holders. This is a bit scary. And I was talking about the fact that liquidations were building so much. They were building so much. And I'm like, we were doing good until now. And I told you, this is a warning. Like, you got to look at these liquidations. The lizard people, they're just looking at you like lizard food, man. Like, they're just like, you're going to just give it to me? Well, of course. You know, like, if you're just going to put the money in their pocket, obviously they're going to take it. Obviously they're going to take it. And what do you know? Crypto dumps and it does what it does. Guys, you just got to understand. It's just a game. It's just a game and we're just all a part of it. We have an opportunity to make some money while they make a lot of money. It's just all it is. It's just all it is. So I don't know where I was going with that, but that's all that's happening. This shit is it's kind of just ridiculous at this point. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, Trump going into office, I think I'm just gonna kind of rant for a while here. Hope you guys don't mind. Let me know if you mind. I'll stop. But Trump was going into office and he said he was gonna do this. This is the funny shit that kind of it's one of those things that makes me giggle a little bit, right? It makes me giggle because Trump came into office saying, I'm going to implement tariffs, right? Like, I'm going to implement tariffs. I'm going to go in. I don't think this is fair. I think we're being mistreated. I think that there's too much of a trade imbalance. I don't think this makes sense. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go in. I'm going to implement tariffs. He's been saying this shit for months. And if you're a crypto holder, right? My voice is echoing out of this cup. If you're a crypto holder, you knew he was going to do that. No one's shocked. Everybody and their mother knew, and grandmother who got kicked down the stairs. They all knew, right? We all knew. Then he does it. The market reacts a little poorly. And then it drops. It's like we knew this was going to happen. We knew this was going to happen. So that's one of them things, like, the news of the tariff itself isn't what's making this bad. Yeah, it did it a little bit. Don't get me wrong. It did it a little bit. It was one of them things like, oh shit, like what does this mean? Because I personally knew tariffs were coming. I didn't think it was going to be this much, right? But it did make me question, like, dang, like how bad is this going to get? Like what are the ramifications of these tariffs going to be in the short term? In the long term, it'll be fine. But in the short term, so it did trigger the uncertainty. But I'm telling you guys, it got this bad off pure manipulation. You can't tell me otherwise. You can't tell me otherwise. Like, if it wasn't pure, if manipulation wasn't a part of it, right? If manipulation wasn't a part of it, how did we recognize the signs of this before Trump said anything about the tariffs he was going to do? How did we see those liquidations building and go like, oh shit, here it comes 7 days ago before this happened? Come on. Give me a break. Give me a break. And so to me, it's like you see those warning signs popping up. You're like, oh God, here we go. Here we go. No, don't worry. I didn't want to buy anything cool, you know? But what can you do, right? So to me, it's just kind of like, whatever, dog. Like, what can you do? What the fuck can you do? Honestly, realistically, like, what can you do? You know, what can you do? Calm down. That's the first thing, is just calm your ass down. Because I'm gonna be a little bit. Let me put a vulgarity warning on the rest of the stream. I am by no means in the mood to filter what I say. I'm gonna just tell you guys what I think, right? Vulgarity warning. I'm gonna get demonetized anyway. Also, Elon, give me my Twitter back. But anyway, so look, what I'm gonna say is gonna be a little bit harsh. It's gonna be a little bit harsh. I'm just warning you now. But if you're freaking out right now, I got news for you. This really ain't shit. It's not. It's not. It's really not shit. Like, it feels bad, but anybody who knows, like, I hate that whole stupid ass if you know thing, but it's like, if you've been here, if you were here during FTX, if you were kind of around during like the Mt. Gox, Bitfinex, if you're around for any of that, it's not, this ain't shit. It gets so much, and I'm going to show you guys all the charts. I don't feel like getting on the charts right now, but I'm going to show you the charts in a little while. It gets way worse than this. Now, am I saying this is going to get worse? No. What I'm saying, though, like, it could get worse, and it's been worse. And the funniest shit about it is the last year, throughout the summer, there were worse periods than right now. But it's that recency bias, right? Like, you get it in your mind. You start kind of getting triggered, not triggered, right? For like kind of programmed whenever you start to see XRP going up and Solana going up or whatever, you get programmed in your head like, all right, we're in a bull market. Things are going to go up. We got catalysts, etc. So that when moments like this happen, right? When moments like this happen, they feel worse. But like the people who've been in here, right? The people who've been here since 2018, let them know in the chat. Like, all I want you to do is let them know in the chat if you think, if you've been through worse. If you've been through worse. Because again, I'm going to show you the charts in a second. And just show you, like, yo, you think this is bad, this is not bad. But I just want some of my people to say it, you know. Just read the chat. Like, it gets way worse. Now, why am I saying that? Tyler, why are you saying that? Well, the reason that I'm saying that is more of a warning. I'm going to be real with you. It's more of a warning. You got to thicken up a little bit. And I ain't talking about eating your oats. I'm talking about thicker skin. Because if this is something, I saw so many comments earlier today and they were like, I just couldn't take it anymore. And I sold all my crypto. I wish I never would have even gotten a crypto. And I'm like, when did you invest? And they were like, November. And I'm like, well, no shit. Like, this is your first pullback. Welcome to the club. Like, dude, you made it. You made it. Welcome in. Like, you got to have these. You got to develop that scar tissue. And I saw those comments all over the place today. Just people quitting and giving up and leaving crypto. Now, look, I'm not one to stop you, right? If you want to go, go. Look, there's a bunch of YouTubers out there who are gonna handhold you and babysit you. I'm not going to. We're all adults here. We'll all be fine. So if you want to go, go. But what I'm saying is I'm not. Right? Like, I ain't going no damn where. What do he say on Wolf Archery? I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. Like, I'm not going anywhere, man. One, intrinsically, nothing changed in crypto. The macroeconomic conditions changed, which impacted crypto, which I told you it would. Do you guys remember in all the videos I said, listen, now that we're past all the catalysts, what happens in the economy is going to affect crypto more than it usually would? Here you go. But outside of that, intrinsically, nothing's left. Nothing's changed. Bitcoin is still valuable. ETH is still valuable. Layer 1s and Layer 2s in AI and all that, they still have value. They're just being impacted by macroeconomic conditions, which they should be. It's what you would expect from a mature asset class. So reason number one why I'm not going anywhere, I'm not fucking leaving. Nothing's changed. Intrinsically, nothing's changed. With the crypto world, things have changed outside the crypto world and the economy, obviously. Nothing's changed. The second reason is, it's been worse. It's not even that like it's been worse, because some people do this whole cliche ass shit, like some of those other YouTubers. And again, I feel like I always do that. I need to probably relax on that where I'm like, those other YouTubers, I don't want to like seclude myself, but there's some YouTubers like, if you would have been here in 2014, it's like, yeah, hey, I don't know if you fucking realized, but most people weren't. Stop using that as an example. It's corny. Anyway, but I'm not even saying like it's been worse and I'm referring to like 2014. I'm talking about in 2024, it was worse than this. People forget the panic that happened when everything started really initiating. I think it was in maybe April or May of 2024. Something happened where like a bomb dropped, like Iran launched a missile towards Israel, something along those lines. Don't quote me on that, it's late. But something like that happened. In the market, boom, it tanked. I mean, it tanked. I was at token 2049 when that happened. And the market fell worse than this. And everybody was like, oh, this is going to be the start of World War III. This is when everything's going to end. Crypto's never been through this before. Yada, yada, yada. Wham, 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 wham. Here we are. 3 months later, crypto hits new all-time highs because it's just how this shit goes. You get beat up, then lift it up, then beat up, then lift it up. It's just what happens. So just last year, we had moments where it was worse than this. And so with those things in mind, I'm not going nowhere, man. And like I said, if you want to go, go. I'm not here to stop you. Go. But what I will say is for those of you who are willing to stick it out, whether that means the rest of this year, whether that means until 2027, whether that means until 2028, the likelihood is you're going to do fine and you're going to win. You have a maturing asset class that every single day is growing in value. And history says that when you have an asset class that is expanding, growing in value, and also seeing equal or better than adoption results, the value of the assets in the asset class will go up, obviously. That's how supply and demand works. So you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I feel like I say this at least once a month. How many times last year did we see the market crash and I told everyone, just calm down. Just calm down. And this shit's going to be fine. Then it happens. Now, am I saying that the bull market cannot be over? No, duh. Of course it could be. Valid reason to be. Donald Trump launched a meme coin. President gets inaugurated. Bitcoin hits a new all-time high right after that, technically. Everything falls. Sounds good, right? Because I'm trying to paint that picture. It sounds good because that's the picture I'm trying to paint for you. But on the flip side, I could say a whole bunch of other things. Altcoins, the majority of them never hit their all-time highs, which would be the very first time in history that that's happened. This year, not performing well for at least 8 months, or 7.5 months of the total year would be the first time in history that's ever happened. This would be the first time that an asset class that would directly benefit from a presidential candidate didn't benefit from it within the year that that president got inaugurated for the first time in United States history. What else is there? There's a bunch of other reasons. There has to be. Let me think. We're going into a period in where the likelihood is that quantitative easing is what is more likely to happen than quantitative tightening. Even if Donald Trump does enact things that do trigger inflation, these things are reversible. Therefore, the likelihood is that the stickiness of those things will not be as bad as something like runoff inflation, which is a result of more money printing that's ever happened in history. So the likelihood is that we will see interest rates get cut at some point, whether that's this year or next. History says when that happens, although in the short term, that can be aligned with some sort of sell-off from stocks and things like crypto because something in the economy broke to trigger the interest rates dropping, periods afterwards, like mid to long term, do well, meaning that if we saw interest rates really start getting cut now, typically it's a response to something breaking in the economy, maybe Trump's inflation shit tearing shit up, and the next thing you know, we have a rough 2 or 3, 4 months, but then after that, we do start to see the economy recover. That is the case. We have Jerome Powell, Gary Gensler, the little that was a close one, moron, getting out. Boom, he's gone. We have a pro-crypto administration. You see how now I'm painting the picture for the bull market to continue? And it makes sense. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's easy to convince yourself one way or another. It's easy to convince yourself the bull market is over. It's easy to convince yourself that the bull market's not over. That's not the point. You need to stop trying to invest based off of, oh, is this the end for this year? Is this the end for next year? Will the crypto market never recover? Of course it's going to recover. The question is when. No one knows, homie. So what do? If the bull market is over and if the bull market's not over, it doesn't change my strategy. My strategy is to buy when things are bad and sell when things are good. And if you do that over an extended period of time, you'll win. Sure, I don't want the bull market to be over. I don't think the bull market's over. I keep saying that. I don't think it's over. Might be. But guess what? If it is, that means we're about to get generational buying opportunities. We're about to get generational buying opportunities. Is that really that bad? Like, be honest with yourself. Because if you think that is that bad, that means you're short-sighted. You're saying, well, I don't want generational buying opportunities because I want to make a profit right now. I want to make a profit right now. I don't want to wait 2 years. I want my 100x right now. Welcome to crypto. It sucks. And then it's very fun for like a week, then it sucks. It's just what happens. But we win over time. You just got to give it time. It's just what you got to do. Manipulate time. And so, look, what am I saying? I told you guys I was going to rant for like 30 minutes, and we're coming up on 30 minutes. What I'm saying is that if the bull market is over or the bull market's not over, it doesn't matter. I don't think the bull market's over. But my strategy doesn't depend on a bull market or a bear market. My strategy doesn't depend on a bull market or a bear market. Does yours? I want you to truly ask yourself that. Does yours? Because that's what everybody wants to know, right? Like, I think that's what we're all getting at. We're not all too concerned with what's going to happen today or tomorrow. We all want to know, is the bull market over or not? Are we going to see gains or not? Does your strategy rely on it being a bull market or a bear market? Yes or no? If so, well, then I guess it matters. But mine doesn't. Why? Because what's my strategy? Buy when things are red, sell when things are green. I've been here 6 or 7 years. I've made more money than I've put in. And I have about 3 brain cells left. So it doesn't particularly matter. And I know it sucks and I know it hurts. Hell, I don't like it either, guys. I'm down over $100,000 today, now, after watching what just happened. And I don't share things like that often. But I am. It is what it is. You know? What can you do? What can you do? And so I'm in a spot right now where when things get bad, I buy. When things are good, I sell. So what am I going to do? I'm going to buy. That's my strategy. I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy cryptos live on stream with you all. And what am I waiting for? I'm just letting the Asian markets open. I think we have an Asian market open in 3 minutes or something like that. So I'm just letting Asian markets open. A little volatility is going to pick up. I'll go in. I'll pick up some crypto. Because do you guys remember how back in December when I was selling 8% of my SWE bag and 3% of my Bitcoin bag and 10% of my ADA bag, and I was selling like crazy, taking a whole bunch of profits every now and then, not big moments, but like frequently. You remember when I was taking all that profit and everybody was saying that I was going to miss out on the fun part? Well, now I have some dry powder to throw back in. That's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to throw some of it back in. Now I'm not reinvesting all of it. Is the Asia market closed? Oh, it is the new year. You're right. Are you sure about that? Double check that. You might be right. I haven't been looking. I usually just know around 8 o'clock is when shit gets weird. But I'm not investing all my profits that I took in December, but some, I'm gonna throw it back in. Kind of see what happens. Worst case scenario is the market keeps falling. I'll just buy more because eventually it'll go up. You know how annoying that has to sound to you right now? I know that has to sound so annoying because I know you want me to do more than that, right? I know you want me to do more than that. You want me to tell you more than that, but that's what it is. The reason I don't give a shit when this market falls is because I buy when things are red and I sell when things are green. And I won't let myself think further than that during times like this, or I will get emotional. Like I said, I'm down today. My spot bag, $103,457. Welcome to crypto. I don't give a shit. It just is what it is. Because guess what? That's profit because I took a lot. I took basically all my initial investments out throughout the end of last year. And yeah, would it have been nice to lock in another 100K of profits? Duh. But I didn't know. I stuck to my strategy. That's what you do. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to reinvest. All right. Let's see. Let's get into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at some charts. I have my team on here. I have Jacob and I have Gabriel, and they have access to my wallets. And I'm going to tell them what I'm going to buy, and I'm going to tell them at what price if I want a limit order, which I probably won't, just market buy because it don't fucking matter right now. I'm just going to add some stuff to my bags. What I'm doing right now is taking some of the profits that I pulled in December and reinvesting it back into the market. That's what I'm doing. Let's go, baby. All right. I hope you guys didn't mind the rant. I just didn't feel like opening the charts yet. Okay, what we got? Give me one sec. Need to let all these charts load. Okay. You can tell a lot of people are on TradingView right now. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's why it wasn't loading. It wasn't even rendering it in. Okay, here we go. What's happening in the market right now? Let me give you the brief run through. So, the crypto market is pulling back right now. The majority of your altcoins are reaching back to previous levels of major points of support. A couple of different indicators are starting to show signs of being overbought or oversold, to the downside. You're seeing the majority of the market coming back towards key levels. Let me give a general analysis real quick. Give me 1 second. Do you love it? Do you need it? Okay. See XRP back in the descending channel. Solana back towards the descending channel, maybe in it. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. That's what I wanted from, not what I wanted, but that's what I figured SWE was going to do. So that's probably getting close to being done with this reset, which is good. Let me draw on that real quick. I'm going to give you guys an analysis in a second. Give me a second. Okay. Drop out the bottom side of a descending wedge. If you guys don't think this shit's an overreaction, I don't fucking know what is, but whatever. Oh, I'm going to buy so much stuff here in a second. Stay tuned. Not big purchases, but I'm going to buy a lot of different cryptos today. All right. God damn. BNB. Dude, what's Bitcoin dominance doing? Bitcoin dominant. There you go. There you go. I freaking knew it. I didn't know it, but I figured Remember I told you guys that Bitcoin dominance was forming a cup and handle? There you go. You remember in that video, the live stream from 2 days ago, I told you I was watching this because it feels like it was going to break out? That's what I meant. Okay. All right, good to know. Okay, here we go. Let's check this. I'm going to give you, like I said, I'm going to give you guys a full-blown analysis in a second. I just haven't looked at this in like an hour, so I just want to kind of refresh. Okay. No, not that. Imagine shilling the school right now. Fuck. Okay. 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 You guys never really see me do my full analysis, do you? This is what I do literally like every probably 6 to 8 hours. Yo, look at this shit. That is crazy. Okay. Okay. Back in the weeklies. All right. This isn't updated for the day, but I'll take what I can get. So, okay. I'll explain what I'm doing here in a second. Don't worry. I wish I could throw in some freaking music. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's talk about what's happening. I'm going to make a good guess right now. I'm going to make the best guess that I got. The same shit that's been happening. That's what's happening right now. Okay. Let me explain to you guys how this works. Hopefully I don't go into another rant. Do you see this? I'm just going to break this down very simply. Do you see this? Red box, dark red in the middle, red at the top, red at the bottom. This is called an HMZ. This is a high manipulation zone. I told you all about this high manipulation zone back on December 20th. I told you about it right here is when I recognized it. So we were in this, we broke to the downside, and we bounced. And I said, oh, we're in an HMZ. That's when I recognized it. If you want to fact check me, I said it right here. I'm probably done trading for the rest of 2024. Here's why. And I told you is because we're in an HMZ and I don't trade in HMZs. Okay. A HMZ is a level in which people are going to get liquidated on both sides. Okay. When people to the upside get liquidated, downside, upside, downside, upside, downside. Everybody in every which direction gets liquidated. Now, the further into an HMZ you get, the uglier it gets. And what I mean by that is that the further into you get, the more sick of it people get. So what you'll notice is that you'll have this moment where, we're right here and then we're right here and everybody's like, oh, damn, like, the market's down a little bit. That sucks. And then the market starts to recover and then everyone's like, oh, like, good. Okay, well, look, we're working our way back towards the upside. Then it drops again. And you're like, okay, that sucks. That's not fun. No one likes that. And people start getting a little pessimistic now. You'll start to see people getting pretty pissed off during this period. And then the market recovers and everyone forgets about it. Oh, we're good. La, 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 la. Then it happens again. And when it happens again, the third big one is the one that really pisses everyone off. Because then they start to feel like there's nothing the market can do. It won't go up. There's no way for the market to recover. The bull market's over. Everything is bad. Everything is down. Everything is terrible. There's no way to be able to make it out of this. The world's going to end. That's what number 3 usually does. Number 3 for us in the last one was this. I don't know if you guys remember what it felt like on August 5th of 2024 when we saw Bitcoin fall all the way back down to $49,000. From bottom to top, we saw Bitcoin's price itself fall 30%. 30%. Let me put that into comparison for you real quick. Right now, we're down 16% top to bottom. It fell 30%. This was number 3. And back in August, this is the one that pissed everybody off. Like, oh my God, the market's over. It's cooked. It's done. We're going back to 25K, blah, 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 blah. Then the market recovered. Now, am I saying that this is what's going to happen? No. I'm just saying that in an HMZ, the third one is the worst one. And as you can see here, we're in the third one, and it's quite clearly the worst one. Now, while this starts to happen, the deeper into an HMZ you go, the more people will start to doubt crypto. So what I mean by that is everybody's going to start thinking that it's all over, right? Everything is done. Everything is over. The market's over. And so people are going to do what's called flying to safety or flight to safety, which is another phrase. Now, what that means is that usually the deeper into these you go, and again, the more uncertain people get, they're going to want to go to the safe bets. The safe bets either mean they're going to leave crypto, which is number one. Some people do that, not as many these days. Number two, they're going to go to Bitcoin. So it means they're going to leave altcoins and fly back into Bitcoin. Now, yes, Bitcoin will still likely be going down during this period, but it's not going down as much as the rest, which is why if you look at something like Bitcoin dominance, you can see why Bitcoin dominance is flying. Because everybody is either flying to Bitcoin, leaving their alts behind and going to Bitcoin because they're scared, or selling all their altcoins, minimizing that exposure, but holding on to their Bitcoin. That's what happens in an HMZ. You're going to see that all the time. Now, this is something we also saw back here. We saw it whenever the market started to fall, but now we're starting to see it magnified. We're starting to see it get substantially worse in the sense that people are now really doubting crypto and they're going into Bitcoin because everybody knows Bitcoin will be around. Everyone knows Bitcoin's not going anywhere, but nobody can say the same for alts, right? Alts can fall 90%, 95%. They can. They do all the time. And you're starting to recognize that. So the reason why you're seeing your altcoins getting decimated right now is because we're getting deeper and deeper and deeper into the HMZ. And I'm going to warn you, the longer we stay in here, the worse this is going to get. The longer we stay in this zone, high manipulation zone, the more likely it's going to become that people keep leaving all their altcoins behind and going towards Bitcoin and leaving them behind. It's just what they do. And so, no, it's not the crypto market is dying. No, it's not the altcoin market is dead. No, well, it is kind of dead right now. But no, it's not altcoins have no more potential. It's not any of that crazy shit you're seeing on Twitter. People are just going to the safer thing. The longer you stay constrained, the more uncertain you become. The more uncertain you become, the less likely you are to remain in a speculative investment. Therefore, the deeper into this you go, the more likely it is altcoin investors will turn into Bitcoin investors. Because they want to hold crypto, but they don't want to hold altcoins. They don't want to stay in altcoins. They don't want to just, hold on and get their ass whipped in altcoins, but they don't want to leave crypto completely, right? They don't want to convert everything to cash. They don't want to convert everything to stablecoin. They want to have some skin in the game. They just don't want to hold altcoins because they're scared. So Bitcoin starts to perform better than the rest of the market. Hence, Bitcoin dominance. Now, you may say that's bullshit. Okay. Well, explain to me why. Before this happened, on the channel here, several times, I told you we were keeping an eye on what could be a cup and handle pattern. I said the market is it's starting to get a little nervous. It's starting to get a little uncertain. And as a result of that, if that is the case, this means one thing. Bitcoin is going to outperform altcoins. That only happens one of two ways. Bitcoin pumps and altcoins don't pump, or everything dumps, but Bitcoin doesn't dump as much. So if you think it's bullshit, explain to me why there was an obvious structure that pointed in the direction to say that Bitcoin was going to start outperforming altcoins that's been being built for weeks before the last couple of days. That's all that I ask. Explain it. And most people won't be able to because it's not bullshit. What we're seeing in the market right now happens more frequently than you would imagine. The longer you stay in an HMZ, the more uncertain people get, the more they will fly to Bitcoin. This is the reason why when you break out of an HMZ, Bitcoin usually leads the charge. Why? Because towards the end of an HMZ, everyone will have given up on altcoins and gone to Bitcoin. So whenever a bullish catalyst is injected into crypto, what are people going to buy first? Bitcoin. Don't believe me? What happened last year? The crypto market was sideways. We were in an HMZ, which is what this was. And what led us out of it? Bitcoin. And then as soon as Bitcoin started going vertical, altcoins continued the run for a little while. So Bitcoin went a little sideways, and many things like XRP and some of the other ones led us forward. It's the reason why when you break out of an HMZ, it's very likely that you are going to see Bitcoin lead the charge. That's what it does. Now, that works both ways. If Bitcoin is what breaks out to the bottom side, it's going to be carnage in the market. It's just what it's going to be. It's going to be carnage. It's going to be bad. It's going to be ugly for a week or two. Just what it's going to be. Buckle up. But if Bitcoin can sustain and continue upwards, it's what's going to lead us out of the HMZ. So the first point that I want to address here is that everyone thinks that what we're seeing right now never happens. It happens all the time. What we're seeing right now is natural in this market. A response to a macroeconomic factor within an HMZ being amplified by manipulation, in which people are then leaving their altcoins and going into Bitcoin as they're getting liquidated because they don't want to continue taking risks and losing money because Granny keeps getting kicked down the stairs. It's what we see. It's what happens all the time. It's just how this goes. It happens on long-term time frames. It happens on short-term time frames. But the beautiful part about it is, I have some good news for you. The good news about it is, for an HMZ to work, there needs to be liquidations. For an HMZ to work, there needs to be liquidations. I'm going to say that one more time. For an HMZ to work, there need to be liquidations. Why? Because you can't constrain a market if you have no reason to move it in one of the directions. An HMZ works because while you're in this, if the price goes down, everybody shorts it, opening up liquidations to the top side. So once there's no more long liquidations that happen, the market goes up to liquidate all those short traders. As the market goes up, what happens? You know the answer. Everyone starts longing. So we're erasing all these short liquidations. Everyone starts longing. Then the market comes down to liquidate all of the long traders. And it happens over and over and over and over again. Liquidate the shorts, liquidate the longs. Liquidate the shorts, the longs. The shorts, the longs, over and over and over again. The good news is, if you head out to CoinGlass and we head to liquidations, look what's happening. The majority of the longs have been liquidated. What does that mean? The likelihood of this pullback getting substantially worse is dropping. Am I going to say it's impossible? No. It's very possible. Bitcoin could fall to $75,000. That is the case. The likelihood of that happening is diminishing. Because when you're in a bullish period, which is what we are still in, if you don't believe that's what we're in, zoom out and convince me how we're not. Generally, the reason why a market will go down is quite simply because there are liquidations down there to be had. But if no one is being greedy and no one expects that the market will go up, the market typically will go up. Now, am I saying that this market is guaranteed to go up? Obviously not. This is still a risk because the bull market might be over. I don't think so, but it is the case. But the likelihood of it continuing down through pure carnage is diminishing because the amount of liquidations to support a move of that nature are dropping. There are roughly $2.9 billion worth of liquidations that will happen at $87.5 thousand. Meaning that from where we are right now down to 87.5, which is just right here, another $3 billion worth of liquidations will happen. What this means is that you can't be confident that it's over. It still very well may continue lower. But the great thing is the majority of the people who got greedy when Bitcoin hit all-time highs, and the majority of people who can't just wait, who have to be greedy throughout this HMZ, have now been liquidated. The last time we saw Bitcoin's price going up, we saw the total amount of longs, or people getting greedy, basically, kind of. We saw it dropping in comparison to right here, and especially in comparison to right here. What that means is that the further into this HMZ we're getting, the less greedy people are becoming every time it goes up because they're becoming skeptical. They're becoming skeptics that it'll go up. And so in a period like right now, when we liquidated so many more people, if Bitcoin does try to rally again, the amount of people who are going to get greedy and start leverage trading and opening up long trades will likely be less than it was right here, less than it was right here, and less than it was right here. And that's typically what you need for this to stop. You need people to stop being greedy, because when they're not greedy, there's no more liquidations to the downside, which usually reduces the incentivization that these lizard people have to liquidate you, and the market can usually continue upwards. It's in my general thesis. That the lizard people they own crypto. Like they have their own crypto, right? It's my general thesis that these lizard people want crypto to go up. They want crypto to go up. But along the way of getting to that place, they will try to take as much from you as they possibly can, because they want to control as much of it as they possibly can. And so in periods in which they can't take as much of you or a bunch of it from you, they will stop doing these things. They will stop doing these things because they'll make more money if they do eventually let it go up. But if they have the opportunity to pause it for a little while to take some of it from you, they will, which is why you see all of these events, even though they're not that big a deal, get amplified so much. That's my thesis. Call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't really give a shit. That's what I think. And so the fact that we are now seeing liquidations dropping substantially now that we're getting down here is a good sign. That even if it does continue down, I don't think it's going to go that far. I think the likelihood is that the liquidations will slow down. There won't be many more liquidations to be had towards the downside. All these short traders are going to start getting greedy. They're going to start thinking that they know everything and that they're going to be able to ride short trades all the way down to $20,000. And then this market is going to try to bounce and recover and try to start liquidating those short traders to the upside. So what does that mean for me? It means it's time for me to start buying. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go through the list. I'm going to start buying stuff. I want to buy Bitcoin. Every purchase that I'm going to do right now is a medium-sized purchase. It means that I'm taking about 6%, roughly 6 to 6.5% of my total bag, and I'm increasing it. So hypothetically, if I had $100,000 of Bitcoin, that means I'm going to go in and buy $6,000 to $6,500 worth of Bitcoin. That means I'm increasing my position by about 6.5%, roughly. Every purchase that I'm about to do until I tell you to stop, Jacob, I think you just texted me, my team who buys things for me while I'm on stream and stuff, I want you to buy Bitcoin right now. I don't care what price. 94.9K is fine. I wish I'd have bought a little earlier, but I was ranting. I want ETH at $2,500. I want, pause on that one. I want Solana at $187, roughly. I want SWI at 280. I want XRP at 215. I want Ondo at $1.05. I want a large dollar cost average on Ondo. Increase my bag by 10%. I want a small increase on HBAR, 3%. The same thing for XLM at 0.29. I'm good on meme coins right now. I want a medium on ADA. Give me a medium on Phantom or S. I'm good on memes right now again. Okay, I'm good on that. You know what? Give me another large purchase on ETH. Well, give me another medium, which makes that medium a large, basically. So a 12% increase on Ethereum. Something's still brewing behind the scenes with ETH, and I don't know what it is. So I want some of that. Okay. Let me make sure you're good. Okay. No. So give me a large purchase on ETH, which is just combine that first medium purchase with another medium purchase. Give me a large one. I know it's like 12%. That's fine. I don't care. There you go. You see how not stressful that was? Again, I was down at one point tonight, $103,000 today. Do I care? No. I stick to my strategy. My emotions will fail me, right? My emotions will, for sure, fail me. They will. If I fall into the emotions, I'm down 100,000. What could I have bought with $100,000? Yeah, of course. Of course they'll fail you. I have emotions. I just don't fall onto them. Just ignore them. I don't care. Stick to the strategy. Maybe I'm brainwashed. That's probably the case. Or a little schizo. It's also probably the case. But stick to the strategy. Now, Tyler, what happens now? I know that's the question. The prices will go up or the prices will go down. Okay. And I want to pause here real quick. Your audience is not as rich as you, bro. We don't sell classes. Let me address this in two parts. Part number one, our community makes no profit. I know. We have 17 coaches. Every dollar that's made by the community, I reinvest in buying more coaches. You can fact check it. That's one. Two, me saying how much I'm down would be a weird way to flex. It makes me look more like an idiot, if anything. But it's to say, I understand. I'm down a lot also. But if I'm down a lot and I'm not stressing, maybe there's a world or a place in which you can get to where you can look at this and say, what am I going to do anyway? The market's going to be down anyway. I'm either going to be stressed or I'm not going to be stressed. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. So, two things are going to happen. One of two things. The market will go back up or the market will go back down. And it will go down even more. Let's digest that. I want you to sit there and think about it. All right. I just did some very big purchases in my portfolio. Very big purchases, right? And the two options here are the market's either going to go up or down. I think we all know this. I don't think that's, I guess it could go backwards or inverse. I think that can happen, right? But it's either going to go up or down. So what will I do? If the market goes back up, I'm going to take profit. If the market goes down, I'm just going to reinvest even more. I have about 70%, 65-ish % of the profits that I took in December still in cash. So if the market goes down, I'm going to take some more of the profit that I took in December, buy some more. If it goes down from there, guess what? I'm going to buy some more. If it goes down from there, guess what? I'm going to buy some more. That's what I'm going to do. Option number one is I'm going to make money right now. Option number two is I'm going to buy at generational discounts and then eventually make money. Common denominator. Eventually, I'll make money on these purchases. Very confident in that. The reason I'm confident in that, though, is because I believe in my investment thesis. My investment thesis is that crypto is beneficial to the world. And things that are beneficial to the world will always intrinsically grow in value for as long as they're beneficial to the world. More people will learn about them, more people will want them, more people will need them, use them, and buy them. Therefore, it'll go up. I believe in my investment thesis, so I'm confident to purchase on days like today because I think I'll either make money right now or later on. I don't care. I'm not in a rush. If it takes 2 years, cool. You know how cool I'll sound? It's cool with me, right? I said the same thing when I bought Solana on a live stream at $15. That's what I told you all. Solana was at $15 after the whole FTX thing, and I told you, option number one is I'm either going to make money right now. Option number two is I'll make money in the future. Well, guess what? We're already in the future. And now Solana's still up 12x from that. That's the game plan. You see how not complicated this is? So many people on Twitter and YouTube, they want you to freaking feel complicated. Like, oh, this shit's so complicated. Like, you got to do this and you got to do that and you got to look at this and you got to watch that. Just because they want to have a little chaotic ass brain doesn't mean you do. I'm not doing that. I got shit to do. I got dogs, a wife. I got stuff to do. I got places to be. I got people to see. I'm not letting this stress me out. How? I think it'll go up over the long term, so I'll buy some now. You know, somebody said earlier, Tyler, learn how to sell at a loss. This is a learning moment. I have 3 positions out of my 30, 27 to 30 roughly, that my initial investment is not out. What does that mean? It means roughly 25 to 27 of my positions that are still open. I have closed some positions in the red. I'm not saying I didn't take losses. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the ones that are open right now, 25, 26 of them are completely profit. They're just riding profit. Why? Because last year, in October, November, and December, when the market was running, I was telling you I'm taking profit a little bit, tiny pieces, every time this market really gets going. And it builds over time. It adds up. And so now I'm in a spot to where I'm not selling. I don't need to. My profit might go from 50% to 30%. I don't care. It is what it is. This is why. How many of you, let me know in the chat, how many of you in December were one of the people who was like, you thought in the back of your head, like, oh, I want to take profit. Like, you know, my XRP bag is up 5x. Like, I want to take profit, but man, if it goes just a little more, I'll have X, some arbitrary number. So you decided not to take profit and now you regret it. Was anyone here? Was anyone here in that position? Because I'll be honest with you, that's the mistake I made in 2021. In 2021, I was sure. In my head, the bull market, I was like, it doesn't make sense for the bull market to be over. I was naive. It was my first big bull market. And I was like, you know, man, like, damn, like, you know, I remember seeing Bitcoin go to like 69K or whatever. Then it went back down to like 50K. And in my head, I was like, I don't think the bull market's over. Like, that doesn't make sense. And it was because as it was going there, I was thinking in my head, okay, when Bitcoin gets closer to like 80, 90K, I'm going to start taking profits to front run people who think it's going to hit 100K. But we never got there. And so I had to hold throughout the whole bear market because I didn't take profits as we were going up. I had some arbitrary number in my head as a target as to where I would start taking profit. And that's where I lost. That's the mistake I made. And so the reason that I say this, okay, is that, and I'm going to have a conversation with Ryan McGinnis in a second here. I'm going to have a conversation with Ryan McGinnis in a second here. But the reason that I say that is because now is the time where you have to reflect on what has happened so that you're prepared for what is going to happen. There's going to become another point in time where the crypto market really takes off and it starts flying. I'm talking it just absolutely goes up, right? And you're going to not want to take profits. You're going to sit there and say, if it just gets to this next number, I'm going to take some profits. If it just gets to that next number, I'm going to take some profits. And I need you to rewire that. The best way, in my opinion, to take profits throughout the, a green period is incrementally. This is what I've come to recognize. Or a trailing stop loss, totally up to you. But I take them incrementally. So that if my goal for SWE or Solana is $500, I'll start taking profits at $300. $300, $325, $350, $375, $400. So that if it doesn't get as high as I expected, I'll still have taken some good profits along the way. Does that make sense? And so I know it's hard to imagine that right now. Like, Tyler, shut the frick up. The market's down. I'm not thinking about when it's in the green, but it's when you need to. Trust me. It's when you need to. You need to get the strategy put in now. Because when the time comes that things are in the green, you're not going to be able to think like this. You're just going to be feeling greed. And so start implementing that strategy and start getting that strategy in place now so that when the time does eventually come, because it will come, you're ready. Because it might not feel like it, and you might feel pessimistic, and you might feel like, man, there's nothing good that could come from this. I get it. But again, take it from someone who's been through a couple of these cycles now. It will eventually be green again. It'll be fine. Just trust me. Cool. Okay. Ryan McGinnis. I've seen someone named Ryan McGinnis commenting a ton, and I'd like to. Okay. 1 second. Never catch a falling knife, guys. And Tyler, please show your portfolio history to believe your stories. Absolutely. My question to you is this, before I get into Ryan. What's your strategy to time the bottom? S9 DSD. What's your strategy to time the bottom? How do you do it? Because I would love it. If you have a strategy that lets you time the bottom so that you don't have to dollar cost average during red days, you don't have to buy during bad times, you know exactly when that market's going to bottom, and then you buy it right there, please tell me. It would mean a lot. Save me a lot of DCAing, right? Please let me know. But if you don't have a strategy to time the bottom, what other option do you have? If you want to buy at discounted prices, what other option do you have than to risk catching a falling knife? Catching a falling knife is something that you say in terms of past tense. In a sense of, damn, I bought Bitcoin at 99K. It fell to 93K. I caught a falling knife. But at 99K, you had no way of knowing it was going to 93K because, quite frankly, no one knows where it's going. It's something you say in the past tense. There's a difference. Ryan McGinnis, I've seen a lot of comments, and I would love for you to kind of give me your general thesis as to what you think. I don't actually know, but it seems like we have a lot of common ground. Ryan McGinnis, it seems like we have a lot of common ground. Solana is the best coin. I would agree. I think it's better than ETH as well. Replace is a crazy word, but I've seen Ryan. I've seen you in the chat, and I'd love to have a conversation. I'm always down for it. A lot of other YouTubers, what they'll do is they'll ban people who say things that are different than what they think. I don't. Now, if you say something crazy, like the racist comments, yeah, you gotta kick rocks. Right. But, so I'd love to hear, what is your general thesis? What is your general thesis? Okay. Don't listen to this liar tell you how bullshit she is. I'm a girl, I guess. The top signals have been going off for the last several weeks, telling us that the top is in. Name them. Name them. What top signals from history have said that the top of a crypto cycle was in before altcoins saw all-time highs? What top signal? Let me know. Okay. I can't predict you know that, but I buy when people are no longer talking crypto and it's quiet and dead. Not a bad thing. I think that's a generally good idea. I think that's the best time to buy, right? Buying when people are very scared, you're risking that you're still buying on the way down. I would agree. Buying when no one gives a shit, way better. 2022 vibes, right? Early 2023 vibes. I completely agree. I think me and this guy agree. I'm curious about what we disagree on. Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. I think I want to dedicate this stream to just talking to people I disagree with. So anyone who disagrees with me here, which I don't exactly know what you disagree with, because I'm not saying the bull market is over. I'm not saying we're going to go up. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. My thesis is to buy on the red days and sell on green days. That's my strategy. So if you disagree with that, it's like, do you buy on green days and sell on red days? Like, but I don't take the typical approach. I'm not going to try to sit here and say for sure that Bitcoin's not going to go to 85K or 75K. It might. I just don't care if it does. Because quite frankly, if you don't do the cliche thing you're all going to hate me for saying is, if you invest more than you're willing to lose, you care if it goes to 75K. If you're not overexposed to crypto or over leveraged, you don't care, because you'll either make money now or you'll make money in the future. Pretty simple stuff here. So I'd like to find where I disagree with some people. I think that'd be interesting. My thing to catch the bottom is when Bitcoin is falling so much on the 1 minute chart and it picks up 1 to 2% literally seconds. That's when you know it's done. And then I buy alt and Bitcoin. I'm up a lot right now. Fantastic. Sometimes we do eat wicks, which means like the market will fall. It'll wick hard. So it'll wick and then fly back up. And then over the coming like hours or days, it'll slowly trickle back down that wick and eat all of those gains where we created that wick. That does happen a lot. So I would be curious about your strategy on avoiding that. That'd be very interesting. I disagreed on pointing people to buy right now. Maybe I misunderstood. It's up to you. I mean, well, one, I'm not telling people to buy right now. I hope that's clear. I'm buying. That's what I'm doing. But two, dollar cost averaging on red days historically is never a bad idea. Over a long enough time horizon, it's never a bad idea, because you do not know where it will actually bottom. You don't. I've been wrong a million times. I'm sure you've been wrong a million times. And in those times where you were wrong, had you not done anything until that thing that you expected to happen happened, which never happened, you'd have missed an opportunity, right? I'm sure we could agree on that. And so because of that, dollar cost averaging on the way down, because you don't know where the bottom is going to be, historically, objectively, is never a bad idea if you're willing to give it enough time. That's my thought. Hey, bro, you seem angry and annoyed. Not particularly annoyed. Definitely not angry. I think, let me think. I can feel it. I can feel what you're saying. I can feel it internally. Like, I don't particularly like what's happening in the market, right? Like I said before, I'm down a good bit. So it doesn't feel great. I don't particularly care all that much, but it doesn't feel great. So I'm not going to be in a great mood about seeing my portfolio drop that much, of course. There's a lot of people in my community. I'm not their financial advisor. They can do what they want, obviously. But there's a lot of people in my community who are heavy on leveraged long trades that got liquidated today. They were very upset about it. And I think it kind of just got under my skin. It's been hard to shake it, because I feel like I've been screaming from the rafters, swinging from the rafters, screaming from the rooftop. There you go. To pull back on leverage, because things exactly like this. Because like I said, people can say what they want. No one saw this coming, blah, 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 blah. Go watch my video from 7 days ago. Massive warning for all crypto holders. This is a bit scary. Go watch that. I've been talking about pulling back on leverage. And people get greedy and they ignore it. And then when something like this happens and they get liquidated, they freak out. And I think it just irritates me a little bit. So maybe the right word is a little irritated. Also maybe a little tired. Like I said, I've been a little ill the last couple of days. That's a good point, though. I need to check the ego. I need not the ego. I need to check the mood. Like I feel like maybe my mentality is a little off tonight. So I appreciate that. I appreciate you checking in, Dan. Much love. Love, Ryan. Love, brother. All right, let's see. Let's jump back to the comments. Let's jump to the modern day. Yeah, I was going to say, you should have seen me after the FOMC meeting. Now that was annoyed. Okay, let's see. What else you guys have? What would be a good thing? That's a fucking good question, Zach. That's a great question. Let's look. Yeah, my Twitter is suspended still, which is freaking annoying. You guys know, man, y'all know the views I could be getting on Twitter today, player. Oh my goodness. What can you do? What would be a sign that you're not going to like my answer here? I'm just going to warn you. I'm just going to warn you, you're not going to like my answer here. The confirmation that the bull market is over will be when crypto sets a macro lower low. That is when the bull market is over for me. History says that when Bitcoin sets a macro lower low, which means on a weekly perspective, it sets a lower low. And I'm not talking about this little wick right here. I'm talking about $48,000 to $52,000. When it loses that's when it's confirmed. Because what you have to understand is that confirmations usually happen in the last 50%. And you can kind of see that back here, right? Where, let me just kind of erase this for a second. So we were still in a bull market throughout this because the trend was still in place. We had the higher high. At any given point, had we saw this market react this way, right, in an accumulative phase right here, we were still in a bull market. But the bull market was not confirmed to be over until we saw the loss of that support level from a technical perspective, because that's what you're asking me, I'm sure, from a technical perspective. The problem with that is, look how far into the bear market we already were. We were about halfway in before it got confirmed. And that's a bit of a problem. And that's why I don't try to rely on bear market confirmations or bull market confirmations or any of these things, because by the time you get a confirmation, the move is already 50% of the way through. So that's why I don't wait. I don't just wait for those things. I just get going, right? I take profits before the bear market's confirmed, because imagine if you waited for the bear market to be confirmed to start taking profits. Look at how much you missed. That's why you want to be taking profits while you're still in a bull market rather than waiting for a confirmation of a bear market. What a bear market confirmation to me means, though, is that it's time to really start picking up the accumulation. What I mean by that is, in a situation like this, right? While we saw Bitcoin's price back here, and it was kind of doing what it was doing. Yeah, I bought a little bit right here. I bought a little bit right here. I bought a little bit right here. But the moment that we saw the weekly closes below the weekly low, right? So we set a lower low. We set the lower low. This is when I started to increase my size, because I buy a lot during bear markets, especially post-confirmation bear markets, because that is typically the last 50%. So I'll do big buys, big buys, big buys, big buys, big buys, bull market. Right. And that's what I would do here. If the bull market continues down, crypto goes down, 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 every step of the way, I'll be dollar cost averaging my way in, just kind of putting a little bit of money right back in. And if we were to see $49,000 lost, that is the point where I believe we're in the back, like we're in the bear market. We're in it. We're halfway in it already. And now it's time to start really picking up on the size of my purchases the lower that Bitcoin goes. Because that's the point in time where it's a much better opportunity, and you just should stop expecting growth. When a bear market is confirmed, you just got to stop expecting growth. Stop expecting it to rebound. Stop expecting it to go back up. Stop expecting these moments to lead to all-time highs. It's not coming. You're going to be in a bit of a shitty period for a while. And that's what a bear confirmation means to me. I don't know if that's what you asked me. I don't even know what you asked. Oh, what would be a good signal to the bull market is over? That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Ryan says, it's so hard to take profit when market is hot. Most difficult part is know when to take profit. Greed is human nature. I have the most success in holding. 100%. 100%. Ryan, I think you and I are very similar. I think you're very, very similar. We have to have a real discussion about why you didn't pull the trigger on a new Pepe position. Because I'm not interested in meme coins right now. The market shifted. I thought we were heading into a direction in which we would see altcoins perform better, or especially meme coins. I was expecting a better performance from meme coins, so I was positioning myself expecting that. I was wrong. We just didn't get that, right? And I'm man enough to admit that. I don't give a shit. I'm wrong. Guys, I'm wrong a lot. I hope you understand that. I'm right more often than I'm wrong, which is why I've survived in crypto, but I'm wrong all the time. Going into November, December, I thought we still had a bullish period in front of us for altcoins. I thought we were going to get a blow off top altcoin rally into Trump's inauguration. That's not what we got. So what was I doing? I was positioning myself into some altcoins, not huge purchases. You remember, small buy here, medium buy here, small buy here, medium buy here. But I was buying because I was expecting altcoins to perform better, especially meme coins. It just didn't happen. And so now things have reset and the attention is back on Bitcoin. And when the attention is back on Bitcoin, I'm not interested in meme coins. It's just not it's not the time, you know? You could go all in, like you could buy a lot of it right now, but the likelihood is you're going to see a pretty rough period, one that I don't feel like going through. You know what I mean? I'd rather put my money into more surefire thing, which is exactly my thought process, is the exact sentiment you see throughout the majority of the market. Hence why Bitcoin is not performing that bad, even though altcoins are dropping like crazy. So that's my reasoning. Just had my whole portfolio liquidated after being up significantly yesterday. Can't just go a day without having liquidation grabs. My question to you, though, Kyler, not to put you on the spot. Why were you on a spot for your whole entire portfolio to get liquidated? That's a huge thing. That's a huge thing. Did you not have stop losses? Were you cross margined without stop losses? Was your entire portfolio on an exchange? Like, what was the position? Because that's a hard thing to do, right? Let's dissect that. If we do see a real pullback on Bitcoins, will altcoins get a slower decline unlike what we saw today? Probably not, no. Probably not, no. It'd probably just get worse for altcoins. Nah, my hair's a little frizzy. It's frizzy. I can only wear my hair down after it's wet. Like, my hair's been in a ponytail for like 2 days. So if I let it down, it's going to be all frizzy. I may not always be right, but I'm never wrong. Hell yeah. I tell my wife that all the time. Tell her that all the time. I'm never wrong. And if I was wrong, I shouldn't have been wrong. That's how I see it. You can be wrong in crypto more times than you're right in crypto and still make money. That's the point. The goal isn't to be right more often than you're wrong. You could be right 20% of the time and wrong 80% of the time. It all comes down to how right are you and how wrong are you, right? If when I'm right, I'm running 10, 15, 20% gainers, but when I'm wrong, I'm losing 1%, my wins are still going to vastly outperform my losses. And that's why it comes down to strategy. That's why I don't particularly care if I'm right or wrong. And I'm not one of those YouTubers who's going to sit here and try to like say, oh, I know for sure the market's going to go up, or I know for sure the market's going to go down. Because I fucking don't. I got no clue. No one does. I got an idea. I can guess like everybody else, but I don't know. But my goal isn't to be right. My goal is to be in. Just be in. Just be in the market. Just be in. That's what I think is the right call. And what happens? We'll see. And I mean in the short term, of course. Midterm, long term, I have I generally have a solid idea of where I think the market's going. I'm usually pretty on point. Mid to long term, I'm talking about in the short term. You know, somebody asked me the other day, Tyler, where do you think Bitcoin's price is going to be at Wednesday night? And that shit made me giggle. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, damn, dude, I wish I knew. You know? I hope you guys understand. You who's sitting here watching me for some damn reason on a Sunday night, I'm no different than you. I don't know. Midterm to long term, I have a thesis. My thesis is based off of analysis, and my analysis is something I've done for 6 or 7 years straight. So I can give an educated guess, and my educated guesses are usually okay. They're usually good enough. Midterm to long term. But short term, no clue. No clue. I feel like we all just need to pause for a few minutes and zoom out. I agree. Look, I think that was a great recommendation. Let's look at the total market cap of crypto. No, let's look at the total market cap of altcoins. For those of you who feel bad right now. Again, we're right here. You remember how at the beginning of the stream, I told you all it can get way worse than this? You know, I saw a few of you who said, historically, that's inaccurate. I think that's what one of you said. Sorry to call you out, but I'm gonna. Top to bottom, we're down 33% last year. So just last year, 42%. Do I need to get into this, or are we good? That's what I mean. It gets worse than this. It can get worse than this. So that's why I don't fret. I don't chirp about it. It sucks to see this, obviously, but It's the game we play. I've been through that how many times? I mean, if we go back to when I came in the market, I mean, I don't even want to count how many. Well, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, this is probably my 10th time in something like this. You just kind of get used to it, guys. Your skin just thickens up. Like you've been eating your oats. But yeah. Do you expect a pump tomorrow? After my rant of thing, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, homie. News is not going to play much of an impact. It's not going to really play much of a factor right now. Yeah. Do you offer private trading coaching? No. I do have a school. I don't think this is a proper time to shill this. I was going to shill my exchange link in the school because obviously I have a business to run here. I just don't think this is the right time to do that. But I do some stuff in the school, but no. And there I don't need to do any private stuff. I'm just super busy and I couldn't commit to it. You know, like I couldn't commit to actually giving you quality information because I have like so many moving parts. It's just unfair to you. So I don't offer it. Well, no, my dogs are harder to deal with. My dogs are harder to deal with. My wife, easy breezy. Very good. Is a market manipulation to shake people out of the positions? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's all. Of course it is. If you don't think there are people controlling this market, you're genuinely being naive. I genuinely believe that. And if you find insult to that, well, I'm sorry, but oh well. It's all because it's to the point where we call it pretty frequently here now, where I'm like, oh, watch this shit. You see those liquidations building, you see that volatility pick up as soon as emotional and social sentiment picks up, then cowabunga, damn it. Smashed. You know? And so to me, it's just like, yeah, they just want to take all your crypto. If you're I'm a retail investor, hell. We're all retail investors here, quite frankly. I think. Their goal is just to take as much crypto from you as they possibly can. That's all they want to do. And they use moments like this to do that. Of course. One of the most authentic channels in the space. Thank you, CI200K. Much appreciated, homie. I've learned a lot over the years. I say this all the time, you know, but I used to be one of those YouTubers who clickbaited doom and gloom bullshit, shilling stupid shit all the time. And then one day I woke up, I was literally about to get married. And I was like, I don't want to be that anymore. I literally just want to make videos and just talk and just give my opinion and not chase views and hype and clout and all this stupid shit. And it's worked out, and I'm glad. I don't rely on YouTube anymore. I have 2 companies. So I have an influencer relations agency and then obviously a school. The school doesn't really make any profit because we just reinvested all of it, but I do have it if I needed it. So I don't rely on YouTube for money anymore. So I literally just come on here just to make videos for you guys, and I really enjoy it. Especially streaming. Streaming recently has been so much more fun. Because making videos can get a little... Lonely, such a dramatic ass word. But it's hard to like talk to people, but no one's talking back. You know what I mean? It's more fun when you're on here. I am probably going to spend the rest of this stream just yapping. I'm just going to warn you, just answering the chat and stuff. So if you're rewatching this, probably don't expect me to like say or do anything valuable unless it just kind of pops up in conversation. This guy brought me in after seeing a video of saying expected down market this week at one point. Any other YouTuber would say it's a bull market year round. Dude, I get ate up in those videos too, Ryan. I get my ass whipped. Whenever the market's pumping and I see liquidations popping up and they're getting greedy and sentiment's moving and I'm like, oh shit, it's going to get ugly. Dude, I'll sit there. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I'll sit there and I'll just be looking at it. I'm like, fuck. Like, I know when I press post, it is going to tear me up in these comments. But I'm like, fuck it. And I'll just post it. And... well, funny enough, it usually works. It usually works. But I actually got an email from a guy one time who was like blaming me. He was like, you're using your YouTube channel to manipulate the market. I was like, yeah, me and my 120,000 friends are moving this $1 trillion asset 100%. Now that you showed the previous worser cycles from the altcoins market cap is relieving me emotionally. Yeah, you just got to zoom it out, dude. Look at this. Like, look at where we are and look at what has happened and tell me why you're freaking out. Just relax. Yo, how fucking nuts. Could you imagine? Oh, now that would be the spin. Ooh, I love it. That'd be funny. That would be so obvious. I think that's too obvious. Genuinely, I think that's too obvious. Do liquidations only happen on leverage? Yeah. Yeah, of course. Because if you're just spot holding, your bag will just go to nothingness. I mean, technically, it can't really go to zero unless liquidity is pulled. But yeah, if you're just spot trading, well, obviously, you'll just go to zero. Or 0.000001 at lowest. You can only get liquidated if you're borrowing money because you have to get your margin called. It's late, so maybe I'm forgetting something, but I'm almost positive. You would think I would know that after 6 years, but yeah, generally. Tyler, gotta leave the live. Thank you very much for sharing these terrible moments. You're a legend. If you step in the worst moment that honors you, much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. Happy to help. Well, that's the goal. You know, that's the goal. And don't take everything I say as fact. I don't want you guys to think everything I say is objectively true. It's just my opinion. You're getting the opinion of someone who's been through a couple cycles. That's all you're getting from me. Take it for what you want. I genuinely feel you were right a lot of times because you're a guy you've seen multiple bull markets, bear markets. It's just you get used to it. Like once you stop giving a shit and you're just like, okay, things are good, but liquidations are building up to the downside. We're probably going to get liquidated soon. This usually just goes down. And then you see moments like this where it's like, yeah, it's probably going to go up at some point. It might not, right? We see it gets worse than this, but like I said, it's just about being right just enough. Much appreciated. What if they want to bring the prices down so the government can get a good buy point for the new Bitcoin reserve? You know they don't want to buy in. They might. You know, that's the one thing that's kind of stifling isn't the word, I don't think. But it's like kind of messing me up a little bit is the amount of sheer purchasing that we saw from ETFs last week. Institutions were buying a shit ton of crypto last week. You don't usually see pullbacks like this when they do that. So I'd be curious to see like tomorrow and Tuesday and stuff, how the market responds, right? Like, or how do the ETFs respond? You know, are they dumping? It wouldn't make sense for them to be dumping. And that's why I feel like it goes above them. Like, that's why I feel like it's manipulation from the real lizards because they're the pretend lizards. There's real motherfuckers on top of them who really do manipulating, right? And it is odd that we saw so much purchasing from ETFs last week right before a dump. Like, this is not usual. It's not normal. You got it, homie. Shout out to you, Aaron. Yeah, and if you guys have been enjoying the live stream, I know I've been a little like, not typically, you know, I'm a little bit more hyped up than this, but you know, it's like 9 o'clock or something. So I'm just hanging out. Like the video and subscribe. Okay. Do you think the support levels from this fall will hold? I'm holding Jasmine is basically sitting on a support level. I don't know. You know, that's the challenge, right? That's the question. Do they hold? Because if you look at the majority of these alts, or just the altcoin market, you look at total 2, look where we are, right? We're coming up on these macro golden zones. You see that? You see how we got to that total 2? Is this total 2 or total 3? What is this? This got to be total 2. Yeah. You see how we hit total 2? The golden zone, and we're trying to bounce. It's time. It's time for the market to make a very big decision of whether or not we're going to see things hold or not hold. If we see support hold, yeah, we'll be in a good spot, right? If not, we're going to be in a bad spot. But I'm going to make a video tomorrow saying this is the moment of truth, and I'm going to talk about the fact that the market's hitting these major support levels. I just want to see how it reacts to it for a couple more candle closes. Total 2 is the total market cap of crypto when you exclude Bitcoin. So it's the total market cap of altcoins. I would not buy more unless you're okay waiting 4 years at worst case. But Tyler is buying. I'm not sure what he is buying. I bought a bunch. I bought a bunch of different altcoins and stuff like that. I disagree with Ryan in the sense I don't think you'll have to wait 4 years. Did he say to be up a lot? Oh, right. No, I agree. I would not buy more unless you're okay waiting 4 years in the worst case scenario. But Tyler is buying. I'm not sure what he's buying. I bought a bunch of alts. I reinvested into some of the ones that are down today. I completely agree. Worst case scenario here is it's not usually 4. From the year after the bull market, it's usually 2 before it starts to recover. But I guess technically you still would be down. Yeah, about 4. Yeah, that good shit, Ryan. Yeah. Yeah, worst case scenario, everything I spent today is not going to end up being positive for until 2028 or 2029. Oh well. I hope not, but that might be the case. I'm fine with it. I don't give a shit. But if you are, you know, I'm not investing all my money. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close to reinvesting all my money into these positions. But a decent amount. Because that's the beautiful part, right? You buy a little bit now. Let's say the bear market started, right? You buy a little bit now. Let's go to total 2. You buy a little bit now, and then a little bit more if we go lower, a little bit more if we go lower, a little bit more, a little bit more. Let's just say hypothetically. I mean, it's not going to 320 billion, but let's just be ridiculous, right? You buy more and more and more. So that, say in 2.5 years, the market starts recovering. Your average cost is like way down here. So the likelihood of you being able to pull into profit very quickly is very high because you picked up bigger purchases the lower it went, meaning you were buying more coins or tokens for less money, right? And you are investing more money. So you're getting even more coins. And so your average cost drops like crazy. So technically, yes, I would have to wait 4 years for my current position to be profitable if this is the beginning of a bear market, which again, I don't think it is. But the reality of it is that I would continue to dollar cost average in bigger portions, which would lower my average cost somewhere down here, which would then allow me to enter into a profit very quickly. Now, if you want a real life example of that, let me show you a real life example. I'll show you what I did with Solana. So with Solana, after everything happened, I bought a little bit of Solana here. I bought a little bit of Solana right at the bottom of this dip. I remember I was proud of it in March 2022. I bought a little more in this big dip as we were recovering. I bought a lot more as we based here because I knew we were running into a liquidity zone. And I was like, there's a chance we're going to hold. You can go fact check me on this. Feel free. Go back to 2022. Go fact check me. This is facts. I bought a little bit more right here because it felt like we were bottoming out. We fell off a cliff because of the FTX news. I bought a lot right in here. And like right, no, it wasn't in the fall. It was in the pump. Right in here. Like more than I had ever purchased before. Right here and right here. My average cost on Solana ended up somewhere around here. Boom. Bam. So let's say hypothetically, right now, we're right here. Yeah, I got a lot of bad shit in front of me. But the reality of it is that, well, I'll be able to lower my average cost so much that when the bull market does come around, I'm going to make some nice gains. Might take a year or two, but I'm patient. I'm a patient man. No problem. I'm very impatient, actually, guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys. One of my biggest flaws, I'm very impatient. For some reason, crypto is the only place I'm patient at. Like, dude. When I go to Chipotle at 12 o'clock and I walk in that damn door and there's 20 people in that line, it's like the worst thing that can happen. So I'm very impatient. But when it comes to crypto, I'm patient. If I got to wait, I got to wait. So that's an example of how I kind of play the game. Did my 2 soul buy if Trump crashed the market? Absolutely, scratch dog. Absolutely. See, Jason gets it. I have 2,000. I have a Z28 that needs money. I need this altcoin season to happen ASAP. Well, sorry. I don't know. Percent of IBIT is owned by hedge funds. What do you mean? Like, what are you getting at with that? I appreciate that, Joe. I always wonder how you guys feel about these streams. It seems like you guys like the streams where I do this. Like, I kind of just hang out and chit chat, which is weird because I don't feel like they're that productive. Like, usually I like to be hitting the charts and then, like doing some analysis or whatever. But half the time I'm just here fidgeting around with random shit on my desk, just answering the chat, and you guys hang out. It's kind of fun. Shout out Jason. Jason's one of my favorite people. FY Advisor, that's a ton. Jesus. We can all buy. I'll buy this week most likely. We the people give the value to crypto, never give up. I know most portfolios are down, but it will go back up in time unless you got shit memes. Shout out. Yo, Ryan's definitely the MVP of this stream. Ryan's definitely the MVP of this stream. Oh my God. Digital assets. Good night, man. Good night. Get you some sleep. Hey, one day when the bull market rolls back around, guys, and you got some extra cash to just throw at shit that's unimportant. Not unimportant, that's not fair. You guys got to get an Aura ring. Track your damn sleep. I'm telling you, it'll ruin your life. It'll make you feel like you just sleep like a freaking Mongol. Like, dude, I feel like I sleep like a full-blown... What's something that's had to sleep back? I feel like I sleep like a Neanderthal. I feel like maybe I sleep like a caveman. Like I'm worried about a T-Rex eating me or something, right? Because jokes. Because like I'll have some nights where I'll look and I swear I slept so good, and it'll be like an 80 sleep score, and it just pisses me off. So like I have it on my mind to get good sleep now. It helps a ton. Go get an Aura ring. Shout out to them. Tell them to sponsor me. Let's see. It's an authentic conversation. Love this style. Analysis is boring. We all know where the price is going. Never in history. We had such amazing news around crypto adoption. Shout out to you. I agree. We are not drinking on a Sunday night. I'm drinking water. Drink your water, goddammit. This is my wife's cup. I'm going to put her on Front Street. She's a bookie. I don't know if that's the word to describe book lovers, but she's a book lover. I'm going to show you some of her stickers. She's big into the whole book scene. I don't know what the hell that thing is. But, yeah. I love stealing her cups. I drink out of them. I'm not buying Dogecoin right now just because I'm not interested in meme coins right now. I am 23 years old. 23 big ones. 24 this year. Shout out to Chicken. Shout out to you, homie. 23 years old. I feel older than that, though. I feel about 27. I do stake. I stake the ones that are easy. If it's on... Oh, wait. No, that's not the question I meant to click on. Where the hell was that at? Somebody said, do you stake your crypto? Oh, there we go. I stake the ones that are easy. Like, if I can just stake it on Coinbase or something, I'll stake it. But if I got to go through this whole shit, I ain't doing it. 23 and married. What the F? Yeah. I think that's how life works sometimes. Sometimes you just know. If other YouTubers... Wait, what? I wonder what you mean by that. If other YouTubers be lying, is that considered market... Oh my god. 57% of IBIT is owned by hedge funds. My number lock was off. Yeah, that just goes to show you. Somebody say steak. Yeah. I wanted to go get steak earlier. I was going to go outside, grab a little filet. I was gonna go throw it on the grill, then I got lazy and I just ordered hibachi. I only ate one meal today. I've been really bad about that, dude. I think I've eaten one meal throughout the day, probably like 5 of the last 7 days. Just because I'm freaking doing stuff. I'm always just doing shit. Or I have meetings and I forget. Then have you guys ever like went so long without eating you're not even really hungry anymore? Like I get to that part a lot. That's me. No, I don't. I don't think I look 40. I don't think that's crazy. Or do I? I ain't balding yet, I don't think. Hairline's a little cracked, I ain't gonna lie, but I'm not balding yet. I started investing into crypto. No. I started investing into crypto for the first time when I was 17. But not like really. Like really. I really started investing about 18, 19 or so. But I bought Bitcoin for the first time when I was 17. I called my fucking wife a bookie. Oh, I thought you were 10 years older. Damn, I look 33. Jeez. Guess I'm going to be cracked when I'm about 50. I'm hoping I go the Morgan Freeman route. That's a good looking dude. Not to be like that, right? That's a good looking dude. Okay. Oh, I'm really behind on these comments. Here we go. Your longest fast for what? Now, see, look, I'm not that goddamn busy. No, ain't no pause, bro. Ain't no pause. Ain't no pause. Play, fast forward, rewind, and fast forward again. Morgan Freeman's a good looking dude. I don't care how you see it. All right. I don't know. I was a little irritated earlier for some reason, but I've shooken back. I love talking to y'all. My favorite part of the stream is when we get to this point where I can say stupid shit and y'all just keep watching. Okay. People are just saying you look older to make us feel better about being broke. God damn. Oh my goodness. I think I can turn on music without them fucking cutting me off. Hello? Hello?
Hi. You busy?
I'm on stream. Do you want to say hello?
No.
No? I called you a bookie because I was showing them your stickers. But a bookie is someone who takes illegal sports bets. So you're fucked. She's a person on Book Talk. Okay. She'll say hey to y'all one day. She don't fuck with y'all, but I do. So. Bye. I'm gonna go watch The Downfall of Diddy. I was about to say something real off the charts, but I'm gonna keep that one. I can never tell how old people are anymore. I feel like I'm not really 23. I feel like never mind. I was about to say no. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. We're gonna keep that one. Anyway. All right. She can't show her stream on face. She can't show her face on stream for legal reasons. I don't know about that. A wife reveal. No. What do you want me to? Joe says keep ranting. What do you want me to? Yo, hey, hold on, whoa, bro. So first of all, what do you want me to? I'll rant about just about anything. If I actually don't like something, I'll just rant about the shit for minutes. Someone said foot reveal, bro. Come on, bro. I can't put the dogs on. You know I got the Air Maxes on, player. Think a lot of people look young for longer now, probably because no one goes outside anymore. You know, I actually had a conversation earlier about that. I still go outside I try to go outside like 30 minutes to an hour per day. I think it's good for you. Like I know it has something to do with like vitamin D and like other shit, which I couldn't really tell you, to be honest. But I think it's good for you. I enjoy it. I feel better when I come inside. Anyway, I have my moments. You guys know my bachelor's trip is this week. Now that's gonna be interesting. My crypto friends are meeting my real life friends. That's a weird thing. You guys ever watch Disney Channel? Y'all remember back on Disney when they would you would have like how do I explain this? Like one character from one show and another character from another show just end up in the same show, and you're like, what the hell? I feel like that's how it's gonna feel. I'm like excited but a little nervous. I'm not laughing, but Jesus, that's such a crazy ass response. I don't know how it'd feel. Like, Jesus. When are you gonna? I don't know. I don't think they're ever gonna unban me on Twitter. I don't know what the fuck I did. How am I not? Never mind. I'm not gonna even put that in the universe. But, Tyler, could you please give a quick recap of what purchases you made today on a bit micro level? Just I had one segment where I literally within 5 minutes had everything that I was buying. I don't remember exactly when that was, but I think it was like 40 minutes in. So just go check it back out. Makes me feel listening to you just rant makes me feel better about being down so bad right now. I can't lie. Same with seeing the chat and knowing I'm not the only one. Thanks for the stream, but absolutely, Christopher. Shout out to you. I mean, yeah, we're all literally like we're all in the same boat, you know. And that's the thing, you guys. You know, like sometimes some people will be in the comment sections be very upset, like Tyler, you fucking scammer, which is like, what the fuck did I do? But anyway, you know, you're a scammer, yada yada yada, and you just gotta understand, like, they're just in the same boat as us. Like they're just more stressed out than we are, and you can't get too mad at them. That's why I don't ban them. Like again, if they say like belligerently racist shit, then I'll ban them or whatever. But if someone's just mad, just let them be mad. You know, I can't stop it. I'm just a random ass dude. We're all in the same boat. We're all, you know, we're all how do I explain this? Like, this is gonna be some weird interstellar shit, but I feel like we're all in the same boat, just in different parts of the journey in the boat. I don't know how to explain that analogy, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. But like we're all in the same boat, even though we're all in different positions in life, right? And so there's no point in like turning on each other and like arguing in the chat. It's like, for what, dude? You're gonna go to bed, wake up in the morning, and not even remember the name of the person you were arguing with. So how the fuck are you gonna waste time on it? Just grow up. Anyway, Sheldon Lawrence, what's up, dude? How do I feel about tomorrow? I'm a little nervous about what's going to happen when market opens, to be honest with you guys. I'm a little concerned about that. I think the stock market's been eyeing all this stuff going on in the crypto market, and a sell-off wouldn't surprise me, which sucks. I fucking hate when my stock portfolio goes down. That shit gets under my skin. I'm a little nervous about it, I ain't gonna lie. So that's why I'm not like, I'm still just saving a lot of cash even till after tomorrow's market open. So I can kind of see what happens. But I am a little nervous about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm mad I didn't listen about the HMZ, and I'm almost like twice your age. Hey, well, now you know. Yo, Arizona pet sitting. Did you reactivate the Tyler Crypto Vault Discord channel? We had an old one through the HGA, which was called the Crypto Vault, and before that it was called HG Access. That one is closed. That one's been closed for almost a year now. Or no, 6 months, 7 months now. But I do have my own personal platform. Again, I'm not going to shill it. I kind of want to, because it's like natural habit, but I don't really think it's appropriate to shill like the school and my exchange and shit today. Just because so many people are down. It's like, hey, I know you're down, but come spend some money at the school. It's like, it's being a fucking douche. So I'm not going to do that today, but I'll be back to it tomorrow. You know how I operate. I got a couple super chats. Can we get a fart coin chart analysis? Maybe I'll do one in a little while, Joshua Pitts. I appreciate the $2 donation. I'm not a big fan of fart coin. I think it's kind of dumb, but I know a lot of people in the community made a lot of money from it. So maybe we'll check it out in a little bit. What happened to when Bitcoin consolidates, altcoins pumping a bull market? This season is trash. That only happens from a macro perspective when the conditions are right. That's not a law. That's just something that it's a pattern, but it's not a law, if that makes sense. But shout out to you, Robert. Much appreciated, homie. And then lastly, just hold or buy, just don't sell. That's actually not a terrible strategy. I recognize your profile picture. I think you, I'm pretty sure you were the one who did like the little case study on some different DCA methods over in the Discord server. Maybe I hope that's you. I'm sorry if not. Shout out to you. There's been Macro Bears divergence. Okay. What's up, Kenzel? Welcome in. Happy to have you. I'm Tyler. I've been in the market for a while. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. I'll say a bit off the wall shit randomly for absolutely no reason, but it's always a good time. Welcome in. At what age did you start with stocks and crypto? I'm 16. I started investing for the very first time when I was 17. I still worked at a kitchen and a pizza kitchen. I was a dishwasher at the time. I wanted to give myself a raise, so I started trying to figure out what passive income was. Through doing that, I learned about dividends. Dividends then led me into the stock market at 17. This is 2018, roughly. 2017, 18. And I wanted to just do more of that. So I started just slowly throwing a little bit of money into it. I was using M1 Finance at the time, but you obviously had to get parental controls and stuff to be able to do it, whatever. Use like your parents' information, blah, blah, blah. I did that for a couple years. I went to college. I started working at a place called Buckle where I sold jeans. This is when I turned 18. So now we're already into like 2019 or so. Over those course of those years, I had slowly did a little bit of investing, but I didn't have that much money. I started really picking up and investing a lot more into crypto throughout 2019, buying some like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but that was it. I didn't know what they were, but everybody was buying it, so I was as well. And so 2020 came around, people were talking about it at least. But 2020 came around. Obviously, I started picking up the buys a little bit, and then the pandemic started. Throughout the pandemic, I started getting a lot more stimulus money, and so I used that to really start kickstarting my analysis. I started getting even deeper and, really paying attention every day, right? Like, because I was on lockdown, I couldn't go anywhere, I couldn't train, I couldn't do shit. So I started really just staring at charts all day, doing technical analysis, learning options trading in the stock market. I didn't like Forex, so I ignored that. Doing technical analysis here in the world of crypto, learning about meme coins and all that. And I had already kind of been looking at the charts for stocks and crypto, like for Bitcoin, but I hadn't been studying it like really like studiously. up to that point. And then it's really been history since there. Every day that has progressed since 2019, 2020. I got deeper and deeper and deeper into it, and then I just stare at it every single day. And yeah, I made a pivot from stocks to crypto pretty much completely by the end of 2020. And then I started reinvesting into stocks again about 6 months ago, because my net worth had about 50% of it allocated towards crypto, and I didn't like that. I was way too overexposed. So I took some of the profits that I had in crypto. I started investing in real estate. Me and a couple buddies of mine, we bought a 10-plex up in Michigan, picked up a rental down here, bought a new house down here. And then I started taking some of that money also investing into the stock market, built up a pretty sizable position of VOO and SPY, started investing into some retirement accounts and stuff like that. And now my net worth is about 20% cash, 20% stocks, 20% real estate, 20% crypto, 20% miscellaneous stuff like my cars and stuff like that. So that's my story. Very, very quickly. I know that was a bit of a quick version of that, but yeah. Okay. Anyway. I saw a starred comment. There we go. Where was that at? Have you followed the movement of MLG? No, I haven't checked out MLG. What is MLG? Sounds familiar. Thank you, Joe G. Thank you, Joe G. Yeah. Yeah, just luck, man. Luck. I was determined to. I was really determined to make more money than I was making, and I just didn't know how I was going to do it. So I just got lucky and found my way into stocks, which led me into crypto. You know, I'm not going to take a ton of credit for it. Like it was kind of just luck, but I mean, shit. What can you do? You know. All right. Hey T, normally after a big dump like this, do we run pretty fast to the upside? I know you don't have a crystal ball, but you got a lot of knowledge and experience. Trying to think of the period we're in right now, which is an HMZ. It's kind of a hard one. In an HMZ, yes. So in a high manipulation zone, yes. But when you get this deep into a high manipulation zone, it starts to get tricky. When the bottom is actually in, you're not going to stay there very long. I think that's what you're asking, and yes, that is the case. When the bottom is actually in, you're not going to stay there very long. And you can kind of see that throughout history, right? Like, let's go back to the last HMZ we were in. Like, just kind of look, you know, like bottom, rally, bottom 4 days, rally, bottom 4 days, rally, bottom 4 days, rally, bottom 2 days, rally, bottom 2 or 3 days rally, bottom 5 or 6 days rally. So generally when you bottom, you're not there very long. The question is, when is the bottom? That's the hard part, obviously, that no one knows the answer to. Hope that helps. If you screwed up bad, come to Tyler School. Well, shout out to you. Shout out to you. I want to say thank you. I want to say that you're very professional in your videos, and it's really a breath of fresh air to see you on the live stream, just kind of being you, jokey. Yeah, I appreciate that. I try, you know, I try not to bullshit you too much during my videos. You know, I don't want to kind of crack too many jokes and stuff like that, because you got stuff to do. But when it comes to live streams, it's like, dude, if you see I've been on live stream for 2 hours and I'm yapping and you decide to stay, well, hey, you're signing up for the bullshittery that's going to come out of my mouth. Because there's going to be a lot of random stuff. No, I think Trump has much bigger things to worry about than crypto right now. I haven't seen you live before. Really want to say thanks for the insight. I've got your videos. I've got for your videos. They've really helped me understand more. So thank you. Absolutely. Well, shout out to you. What do you do? Philip, what do you do for work? Have a good night, who? I am going to wrap this up pretty soon here because I am getting kind of sleepy. Not going to lie. I'm getting kind of sleepy, boys and girls. Bro, it's down so much. My 3x positions were almost all liquidated. Why did you not take profits, Jason? How did we end up in this position? What happened? Did your wife get you during this huge pullback, or are you just like me that I just don't tell? No, she knows about them. She just don't give a fuck. Like, she trusts me. You know, like, that's one of the things I'm blessed with this relationship, is just like, this relationship, this marriage, is because, like, she trusts that if I was able to take myself from just being like a normal ass dude, which I'm still a fucking normal guy, but if I was able to go from, you know, $1,000 or $2 saved up, right, to over the course of years being able to kind of put myself in this current position. She's confident that I have the facilities to maintain this position and get to a better place. You know what I mean? So she doesn't, I don't feel any pressure from her. Like if our portfolio is down a shit ton, she doesn't trip about it because she trusts me. You know what I mean? And it sometimes I do feel the pressure. Like I will feel a little bit of pressure because like back in the day, dude, if I fucked up, it would literally just be my problem. Like, oh damn it, I lost 20K. Let me figure out how to make that back. Now I kind of get a little stressed out because now it's also her problem as well. But the fact that she trusts me makes it easy to not feel the stress, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that trade was about because I know right now they're preparing for LeBron to retire. So they're trying to get a franchisee, but or franchise-based player, but it's like fucking Luka's hurt all the time. So that's a great guess. Yes. My great grandfather is Lebanese. More dumpy until after the market opens tomorrow, then pump. What's your opinion? Maybe. I don't know. We've god damn, that stutter was fucking wild. We've dumped a lot. We fell very fast. Earlier, the market was falling so fast that it felt like a bottom. Like when it drops so fast, you're like, holy shit, it's dropping fast. That kind of feels like a bottom. But again, I am still a little bit concerned about market open, I'm going to be honest. MLG is a gaming meme coin up 35% today. Well, shout out to you, Ryan. Much appreciated for the $2 donation, homie. But I'm kind of just avoiding meme coins right now. What are your nationalities? So my great grandfather was Lebanese on one side. So one half of the family on one side was Lebanese, the other half was white. And then the entire other side of the other family was just black. So like black, white, Middle Eastern, roughly. There's my mom. You can kind of see it. But oh yeah, 1919. Brother, you're forgetting 1836, brother. Could you explain on taking profits on the way up? Yeah, so basically my strategy is once a crypto starts going up, I set a goal and then I break that goal down incrementally. So for example, I might say, all right, I think Solana's going to hit $500. So every $25 that Solana goes up, I'm going to sell 5% of my total position. So that I'm taking pieces of my Solana bag out the game every time it goes up $25. So that once we eventually do hit $500, I've made a lot of profit along the way, then I'll take even more. And if we never hit $500, doesn't matter because I've still been taking profits along the way. I'll take some of that profit, I'll stuff it to the side and just like a cash supply waiting for days like this. I'll take some of that other profit and I'll invest in real estate or stocks or spend some of it, right? Just things like that. No way you are Lebanese. I got news for you. Are you sure you don't have Yemeni roots? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, Domination, welcome in, homie. Shout out to you. Chat, I lost 30K on leverage, everything I had. What do I do? You rebuild with the lessons that you just learned. You use the lessons that you just learned as bricks to rebuild into a better version of the person who lost yourself $30,000. Because quite frankly, I'm a believer in tough love. You should have not put yourself in that position, right? The only way you got in that position is greed or a lacking of risk management. Whatever it is, now you feel it. That fucking feeling you feel right there in your chest, that's a lesson. And use that lesson as a brick, and brick by brick, you build yourself into a better investor than the one who just cost yourself that much money. You'll make it back. You'll be fine. Give yourself enough time. You'll be fine. Trust. But don't do that shit again. Don't do that again. AE with the $1.99 super sticker. American Express. Much appreciated, homie. Is your... No, she was talking to someone in the chat named Ryan, not me. My name is Tyler. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you, man. I just love how you're so... I'm just a normal dude, man. I'm just a normal dude and who's had a little bit of luck and a lot of years staring at numbers and charts. Numbers and charts. Do you keep a percentage of your portfolio available for times like these? Yep. Every time I take profits, I put a piece of it away. I'm in a little bit of an advantage. What the fuck was that? That was okay. There we go. I'm in a bit of an advantage position because I make money from like the business and YouTube and stuff. So I have like I don't get paid, once or twice a month, right? I get paid like every day. I have checks kind of just coming in from I'm not flexing, just listen. I have like checks that come in from different places, right? And so it's easy for me to kind of just stuff cash aside to then use on a red day like this. If I was getting like say 2 paychecks a month, what I would do is allocate a certain percentage of that paycheck called the red day fund and like put 5% of that check or 2%, 2.5% of that check aside every time you get paid to save it for red day specifically. That's how I would do it. That's how I used to do it when I was in college. Hey man, are you using bots? What do you mean? What sort of bots? Like investment bots? No. I have a team. Whenever I'm on stream, there's 2 dudes, Jacob and Gabriel. They handle my portfolio just because again I have stuff going on, and I ain't gonna lie, I hate buying stuff, or just I hate like going in and paying gas. It just irritates me. So they'll help me out and they'll like buy stuff when I'm on stream, whenever I'm looking at it and all that good stuff. Okay. Do you have a special bank account for your crypto taxes? Just curious how I should make sure I move taxes available when I start, or how, okay. Yeah. So I have an account where I keep all of my taxes in a high yield savings account or high yield savings account. It's a money market account. I think it's like 4.5% or something like that. So at least I can make some money off the money that the government's going to take from me. Because boys and girls, 41% to the government does not feel good at all. Wesley Snipes was onto something. All right. Highly Glad TV. Appreciate your time tonight. I've been suffering 2 months. First live I caught. Happy to have you in, homie. Many more to come. No. I don't personally. But hey, do what you want. I personally am leaning into Bitcoin right now. Yeah, you can hopefully wait out a bad spot position, but once you liquidate it, it's GG. Exactly. Exactly. Be nice, T Dot. What makes you think that? By chance. Can I make my 30K to 60K? Yeah, over time. How? Muhan out here snitching. How you know that? Hop in that crypto school and you'll catch us all at more times of the day. Just saying. Yeah, truth. I wonder if Anno's streaming in the score right now. Dude's always in there. Anno is indeed streaming. Yo, Anno is on it. There's a dude in our school named Anno who is he's a community leader. He's literally in there streaming all day long. Okay. It's so funny. People don't know about that. Like, it's kind of comical. It's like people will come in here and they have no idea who I used to be. And it's like you just go, like, if you guys literally just go to YouTube and type in Tyler Hill MMA, you'll get a nice little surprise. It's like these dudes, like, who are these guys? And I'm like, oh wait, that guy looks familiar. Then you click it. This is an old life. But this is your boy. Skinny Mini. I was about 20 in this one. Put me on influencer boxing. I want to knock out BitBoy. Alex Becker was talking about fighting. I told him I'd be down to fight him, but I didn't hear anything back. But anyway. Watch all your videos. I always miss the lives. Not glued to YouTube. Salute them. be nice. Y'all both be nice. He said, yo, cornball is hilarious. Oh my God. I've watched all your fights. Oh, that's sick. I trained MMA 5 times a week. That's very good. Where are you from? That I didn't mean that in a weird way, but just like, where are you training? Just ask random people where they live. Yes, I am. What? Yeah, I cut up a little bit. I have a tendency of kind of doing dumb shit in there. I don't know. I can't help it. Just for funsies. My wife hates that shit. When I used to go in there and I'd like put my hands down, it's stupid. I know. I just get egotistical when I'm fighting. I don't know why. That's why I don't do it anymore. It appears you started with crypto, then de-risked as you made more money. Not to flex, but what if you already have decent amount of money from a career? Would you go straight to stocks? I would diversify. The deeper into crypto I got, the more I realized that but this is my thing. My income, for the most part, relies on crypto. So the reason that I de-risked out of crypto a lot and diversify into stocks and real estate is because it was such a big risk. It's like, okay, all of your money invested is in crypto and all your income is in crypto. So it's like, if crypto goes down, my income goes down and my investments go down. And that's like super sketch. You know what I mean? So that's why I de-risked. But if I was already well off, I would just diversify immediately. Oh, sick. Yo, did you see that video of Patty? Patty beating up that dude who was talking that shit? He was like talking about Patty's coach and Patty just put it on him. And then they were like, whatever. I'm sure you saw it. Love to see it. I'm in the boot. I don't know if we're going down more. Hello world, please stop spamming. I'm from the boot, the dirty South. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up in a second here. So feel free to ask any questions. Very glad I got on stream. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I wasn't sure I was gonna stream tonight. I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't feeling it, guys. I wasn't feeling it. I was just, just a little tired. But man, I feel good now. Very happy I got on with you guys. This has been a great crowd. Shout out Ryan McGinnis. Oh, too easy. Oh, too easy. Divine, I made a video this morning about tariffs, Trump's tariffs, and how I thought they would impact the market and all that good stuff. Feel free to check it out after I wrap up the stream. Okay, guys. I need you to tell me if it's inappropriate. I won't do a quick shill of the school. But if you guys don't mind, I'm going to do a quick shill of the school because I feel like I should. Because I know some of you are going to ask, so I'd rather you know. But I know the market's down a lot today, and telling someone they should buy something is kind of a crazy thing to do. So it's up to you guys. Tyler's ruined. No way to predict this big of a sell-off. Nah, not really. You should shill your business. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so look, let me shill real quick. Okay. So if you guys are interested, we have a school. It's called the Crypto Vault, but it is rebranding to the Crypto Strategy School as of this week coming up. And in the school, we have a bunch of stuff for you guys. Obviously, I can kind of just go through it for you. So there's Insights with Tyler. This is where I kind of go and talk about my thoughts and insights and what I'm doing in the market, what I'm buying, what I'm selling, all that good stuff. We have daily live shows with guys like Cade and Frank and Mo and many more. We have technical analysis that goes out every single day, fundamental analysis reports that go out every day. I have a team of professional traders who post their professional buys and sell signals every day. This is a team of people who rely on trading in order to eat and sleep and provide for their families, and they give you their trade signals every day. I have 3 different coaches for the executive members who give their also thoughts very similar to mine, Lewis, Bulls, and John. We have TA to Go, which is a place where you can go and put in a request to get technical analysis done on whatever crypto you ask for, and they'll do it for you here. We have deep dives on things like Bitcoin, ETH, and many more. We have different little live streams and executive live streams, market overviews and stuff like that, executive educations, executive classes on, setting goals, backwards goal setting, and much more. We have beginners courses on things like leverage trading for beginners and technical analysis for beginners. We have over 16 different mini videos on random things that I thought would help you guys out. We have premium questions on a bunch of different things like moving averages, just macroeconomics and how they affect the market, and much more stuff. We have mindset training, a whole bunch of things like that. And the best part about it is what we do is we take crypto investors like yourselves. We give you all those pieces of value in order to help you generate your strategies, because realistically in crypto, the only way to make real gains is through strategy. And when I say gains, I mean gains. If, for example, I do just look at today, you guys can see that even on a day like today where the market sucked, we had people in here making hundreds of percentages in gains. There has now been a recorded over $2 million worth of profit generated within the community from the recorded gains just from this. And that's not to say people don't take losses, but the best part about it is when people do take losses, we talk about those losses and how they could have avoided the losses and the lessons they learned from it. And the best part about all this is that if you don't learn anything from the school, you get your money back guaranteed, and it starts as little as $5 a month. If you head to the link in the description down below, you will see the link to this Patreon. This is where you can sign up for either $5, $17, or $100 a month. And I will tell you later this week, This is going to change a lot, so make sure you check it out. There are over 1,251 paid members, and every single dollar that is made by this community gets reinvested as of right now to getting more coaches and value added in all the time. So feel free to go check that out. And last thing, of course, don't forget to check out WEEX down below. If you guys do want to start trading today, you can get a $20 bonus if you just sign up and add a recovery number, $10 if you do want to KYC, and up to $20,000 in other different ways if you do sign up and start trading today. So there's all those options available for you down in the description below. And yeah, that's my shill for the day. I feel like I've said that a million times. But yeah, so feel free to check that out if you guys want. Anybody in the school, feel free to let people know if you think it's worth it or not. I'm not muting you. I'm not touching it. If you don't think it's worth it, tell them it's not worth it. Totally up to you. But yeah, so with that in mind, let's I'll give 5 more minutes. I'll give it 5 more minutes. Anybody has any questions, feel free to ask away, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Well worth it. Well, glad to hear it. Can altcoins come to normal because there's no money to DCA? Hopefully so. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Way more than worth it. Much appreciated, Dom. Shout out to you. I'm not paying anyone to say anything in this chat. Don't worry. Would be a sick strategy, though. Not a bad. I mean, I wouldn't drop the whole bag, but drop a little cash in. Not a terrible idea, in my opinion, just in case. Worst case scenario is it takes a while for you to start making money. Best case scenario is you make money soon. Pretty good. Thanks for your call on Altura last bull. It turned my 300 into 22,000. Shout out to you. Value is at least 8x than what you pay for. Shout out to you. Thanks for the stream. Absolutely, Justin. You're the homie. Is it cool with Kenny? What if we're in both groups? Yes. So we're going to be merging. We're going to be merging later this week. So what you'll be able to do is cancel one because you'll get both, which is very good. My kids, 10-year-old son and 11-year-old daughter train 5 days a week. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, and Muay Thai. They love it. The thing is they're so good at school, so calm, zero aggression, even more scared because they know how to defend. That's the thing. It's so good for, it's so good for developing like preteens especially because they're growing, they're getting older, they don't know how to control themselves. And then like you got the training, which man, it just makes you lock in. It's fantastic. It did so much for me when I was younger. Like it's so hard to even explain. I don't fight anymore. Happily done with that for the time being. But so much love for the sport. School is just worth it for the community. The fact that you don't leverage trade helps to bring a strong community and doesn't revolve around you. Fantastic. And that's the great part. You know, it's not just a community built around what I'm trading and stuff like that. It's a community of people who are really learning together. It's fantastic. I love it. But again, no more shilling. I don't think the bull market's over. Hello world. You got to stop spamming. What kind of tumbler do you have? What is a tumbler? I think I'm out the loop. What is a tumbler? A cylindrical container hold. Oh, it's shit. I don't know. It's my wife's. What the fuck is this? Hydra. I don't know. To be honest, maybe Hydra Flask. Is that what that says? I don't know. I use Stanley cups. I got all types of shit in here, dude. I'll drink out of body armor bottles. I got these thingies. I got whatever the hell this is. Hydra Peak or whatever. I got this funny little Trump one just because his face looks absolutely ridiculous. I think it's hilarious. My wife got it for me. It was hilarious because I make fun of that voice, so she thought that was funny, which it was funny. But yeah, I drink out of just about. I'll put a fucking fish bowl up here and drink out of it. Honestly. All right. 3 big streamer groups for the price of 1. Can't wait for the merge, homie. Super pumped. I can't wait, dude. So much more information coming very soon. Stay tuned. You fight, stream, and do crypto. We're in the Matrix. I don't fight anymore. I train 3 times a week still. Give my homies good rounds as much as I can. But yeah, just streaming, crypto, and business for me, homie. Do you still have long positions open? Yeah. This motherfucker Clement, bro. I am 23, dog. Oh my goodness. I am a LeBron rider, no seatbelt. Pause. Play. You're giving me so much understanding as to why I keep getting effed up on leverage trading. That's the goal. I'll try my best and I'll keep on going. Trying to get back into martial arts, thoughts on direction, kickboxing, Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu. I think jiu-jitsu is probably the best for the everyday person. Very good. Very good. It'll condition you. I work for a church as a worship leader. It's not enough to support a family, so I'm going back to remodeling. Starting my own business. Congratulations. Congratulations. I know that's probably a pretty hard step, and obviously there's some risk whenever it comes to starting a business, especially when you have a family. So congratulations. Very proud of you. It's a hard step to take. It's a hard step to take, so very happy. Yo, oh my goodness. I am indeed 23. I use BitUnix and BTCC the most. I just started using WEEX a ton recently, just kind of testing it out. A lot of them are good though. I stopped fighting just because I just don't love it anymore. I don't love the injury. I don't love the time away from my family. I don't love it. You know, I love training. I love being around my friends. Just don't love competing like that anymore. It's just not, I don't have it in me anymore, I don't think. I just leverage trade on those. I haven't been doing a ton of leverage trading recently, so it's just more test transactions and stuff. Test trades, small $1, $2 trades. I got to pay the fees, obviously, but it's not much. But I spot buy usually on centralized exchanges. Okay. Well, look, I think that's going to be about it. We've been on stream for 2 hours and 18 minutes. I genuinely do appreciate all of you being on, joining me at this random ass hour, just kind of talking about the market. I know sometimes my streams can be a lot more professional and we do a bunch of analysis and we look at charts, and sometimes I like to just come on and hang out with you all and kind of just chit chat. So I hope you guys do appreciate that. I hope you guys do enjoy it. I appreciate you guys a ton. And well, my least favorite redhead just joined. My least favorite best friend, Connor Kinney. Connor messaged me back. Stop leaving me undelivered. Connor Kinney treats me like a psycho girlfriend, y'all. It's kind of fucking annoying. I'll text the guy because I need him to do something, and he'll just not respond. It's like Connor's in my wedding, and I need Connor to do some shit for the wedding. You know what Connor's not done? Things I need him to do. Connor Kinney's jealous of me. Y'all know that? Don't care. We do. We're always beefing. He may be my best friend, but he is my least favorite person on earth. Did y'all know that? Connor, I kind of leaked our plans for this week coming up. I don't know if I was supposed to or not, but I did. But it's too late now, and you can't stop me. But anyway. Oh, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but Connor is now a certified financial advisor. And anything he says on his channel is financial advice. I don't know if you knew this. Anything he says is financial advice. And he told me to tell you guys that anything that he says or does, you should do. And if you lose money, you can just sue him. Yeah, fuck you, Connor. Anyway, all right, guys, look, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I've been on here 2 hours. I appreciate you all joining in. Connor, text me. Damn it. We got to figure something out real quick. But I appreciate you guys so much. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm going to make a video tomorrow titled something pretty a little ridiculous, I'm sure. I'm just joking. But it'll probably be something like, this is the moment of truth, because we are at a major support level. I just want to see how markets open up. So stay tuned for that. Be on the lookout for that. I have a video dropping somewhere between 8 o'clock or 10 o'clock. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And again, I appreciate you all for joining in. I hope you guys have a fantastic night. I know it's been a rough one, but hey, we're all in it together. Somebody cue the "We're in it together" song. I don't remember what it was called. And yeah, I'll see you all later. Have a good night, everybody, except for everyone named Connor Kinney. Bye-bye.